Good morning. I am Dr. Jyoti Kumar. Today we'll discuss about the topic constraint and database management system. Here, defining constraint, we have primary key, foreign key, unique key, not null, check, and in operator. Constraint. Integrity constraints ensure that changes made to the database does not result in loss of data consistency. Example, an instructor name cannot be null. No two instructor can have a same instructor ID. Every department name in the course relation must have a matching department name in the department relation, and so. Integrity constraints are declared as a part of a create table command. Integrity content can also be added to an existing relation by using alter table name add constraint. Constraints on a single relation that includes primary key, not null, unique key, and check constraint. The general form of create table command is create table or is a relation, and we have certain attributes a1 d1 and a2 d2 up to an dn, and then we are referring the integrity constraint up to where r is the name of the relation and a is the name of the attributes in a schema of a relation r, and d is the domain of an attribute ai, that is di specifies the type of an attribute ai along the optional constraint that restrict the set of allowed values of for ai attribute. Coming to the primary key, we have primary key aj1, aj2 up to ajm. This aj1, aj2 up to ajm are the attributes forms the primary key of a relation. The primary key attributes are requested to be not null and unique. The primary key should not be null and it should be unique. Coming to the foreign key, ak1, ak2 up to akn references s. The values of an attribute ak1, ak2 up to akn for any tuple in a relation must corresponds to the value of the primary key attribute of some tuples in relation S. This is the example. Create table department name varchar, building varchar, budget numeric, and primary key department name. So department name is the primary key here, and then creating another table. Create table course ID varchar, and title varchar, department name varchar, credits numeric, and the primary key is course ID. For this table, the primary key is department name, and for this table, the primary key is course ID. And I am referring here as a foreign key of a department name references department. So I'm just referring a foreign key as a department name that references the particular table which is here. So department name is the foreign key, and course ID is the primary key for this create table course, for this course database. Constraint, not null constraint. For certain attributes, null value may not be inappropriate, prohibits the insertion of null value for the attribute. That is, the null value is not allowed for that attribute. Example, name varchar is not null, meaning that we should not leave or we should not represent null for this name attribute here. Coming to the unique constraint, we have unique aj1, aj2 up to ajm. These are the attributes forms a candidate key. That is, no two tuples in a relation can be equal on all the listed attributes. Indefinite few attributes should be differ with the another tuple. The values, the values of the particular attributes differ with the another tuple in a relation. Coming to the check constraint, here we have a check of P, where P refers to the predicate that must be satisfied by every tuple in a relation. Ensures that the attribute value satisfies specific condition. Here we need to provide a condition. Here we are creating a create table section. We have a course ID, session ID, semester, year, building, room number, time slot ID, and then primary key. We are referring to course ID, session ID, semester, and year. And we have a certain check constraint here, check of semester in. It refers to maybe a fall, winter, spring, or summer. So it is going to check. This is the constraint we are referring in this check constraint class. Coming to the referential integrity, we know about the primary key and we know about the foreign key. The foreign key refers to the attribute that refers in the primary database. Here, I create table statement by using the foreign key class. Foreign key, department name, reference department. Department is the database that has an attribute with the department name. So department name is the foreign key that we are referring here. We'll let R1 and R2 be a relation whose set of attributes are R1 and R2 respectively with the primary key K1 and K2. The subset R2 is the foreign key referencing K1 in a relation R1 if it is required that for every tuple T2 in R2. There must be a tuple T1 in relation R1 such that T1.K1 which is equal to T2. Here is the example. Referential integrity. Create table department and we have a primary key department name. And then create table course and we have primary key is course ID and we have a foreign key with the department name, references department number. So this is the foreign key that refers to the attribute in the primary key. That's all about a constraint. Thank you.